take the child out into public. I can remember with our firstborn, we waited months, and we were just afraid to take him out. And then once we did, we thought, why didn't we do this earlier? But is there advice for this?
A newborn is very, their immune system isn't good. They can get viruses and other things that are easier for them to get than us. I recommend to parents to keep the contacts limited to the family or very close friends. Nobody with a cold, okay, should come in contact with the baby. And I recommend that everybody who's going to be holding the baby wash their hands first in a newborn.
Yeah.
Sometimes parents are embarrassed to ask somebody, oh, well, can you go wash your, they've just sneezed, and then, oh, can I hold the baby? And I tell them, blame it on the doctor. Tell them, well, doctor, my pediatrician said that if you want to hold the baby, you have to wash your hands. And that kind of takes the pressure off, off the parent for limiting that. If you take a baby to Wegmans or to the mall, people love babies, and they're going to run from every direction to come see the newborn, and you're going to expose your baby to a lot of germs that really you want to prevent. And so I personally recommend that people don't go into huge public places, the mall, the grocery store, before 2 to 3 months of life. I think the baby kind of needs that time period to kind of get their immune system under control, get it fired up without having to work harder, trying to get rid of a virus or.
You brought up a whole issue that was a hard issue to deal with, and that was because our pediatrician said, if anybody's going to hold the baby, ask them to wash their hands first. And some people felt insulted by that.
Right.
As a person now, whenever I'm with a baby, I find myself not touching their hands.
Right.
I'll grab their feet if they got socks or something on, and you always want to go and you want to kind of touch them. But that's not good, is it, to touch their hands unless you...
Right. 80% of our passing germs on is by our hands, hand to hand, because we're always touching our faces, we're always touching our mouth. And if the first thing you want to do with a little cute baby is touch their cheek or their mouth or their hand, like you said. And it's not in the best interest of the baby. So it's nice when other people, because you've had children, you appreciate that. But not everybody realizes that. And if the parents are, this might be their family members or their in-laws, and it's just hard for people to kind of express that. So you just blame it on the pediatrician. Say that the doctor really doesn't want people with a cold to be near the baby, and you can kind of take that pressure off. But
there's a natural tendency too, and I want to do it myself, as if friends or family or somebody has a new baby, I want to hold the baby.
Right.
And doesn't everybody?
Yeah, it's hard, and especially when when my friends have a baby, they're like, oh, do you want to hold the baby? And I just, that's just one other person that is exposing their germs that they have to that baby. And so it's hard for me, because think about if they say, oh, do you want to hold the baby? And then you say no. They think that you don't like them, or you don't like their baby, or, but I'm really doing it. I always say, I'm exposed to a lot of different things at my workplace, and I'm just going to have to hold off for a couple months and, kind of put it that.
So you tell them, I would love to do it, but I don't think it's in your baby's best interest?
Baby's best interest, yeah. And it's a hard thing to do, because I think, I'm not sure how much, it bothers the parents that, if I do that. But I know that it's in the best interest of the baby, so.
Well, you never know if the parents feel like they should offer, and then when you say no, they're relieved.
Exactly. Right, that's true.
Like, oh, do you want to hold the baby? Or if they ask you want to hold the baby, you might even say, like, I'd love to, but let me wash my hands first. If you're going to do anything, that would be the thing.
That's what I do. If it's let's say a really close friend, and not just somebody that I know, but a very close friend, and I do want to hold the baby, I'll march right into the kitchen, wash my hands, or the bathroom, wash my hands, and then hold the baby. And it's nice for them to, if they have somebody else that comes in, well, Sama was just here and she washed her hands, so it's,
So as a friend, you don't want to touch the baby's hands or touch any of the skin, really.
Right.
So maybe you can grab the feet. Probably not be too eager to hold the baby.
Right.
I mean, these are friends anticipating the needs of a new parent.
Exactly.
So I think a lot of times people might not think of that, because I know my daughter, when you said about the mall, you get strangers coming up, if somebody came up and touched her hand, well, she had already learned to pass it, boom,
I
right
know.
straight into
right
her mouth.
into her mouth.
You know, so
Yep. And children are the best at wanting to see a baby and touch a baby.
Oh,
And I will
yeah.
tell you, children
Yeah.
are, walking, they're just covered in germs,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're, running their hands, they're just,
Sure.
they're not, they're not half as clean as we are as
Yeah.
far as, the little, so yeah, and kids love babies. And where do they go? They go right for the mouth or
Sure.
the eye or,
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.